Good morning. Thank you for watching Fox 6 News at 11, where we begin with breaking news as the jury is deliberating right now in the trial of former Milwaukee police officer Michael Mattioli, accused of killing Joel Acevedo in 2020. And he's facing a first-degree reckless homicide charge. If convicted, that means the former officer could spend up to 40 years in prison. And Bill Miston joins us live. He has been at court each and every day of this trial with a closer look at what's happening and what we heard from closing arguments. Bill.
Good morning, Carl. Closing arguments wrapped up within the last hour, and here's a backdrop of how we got here to this day. Mattioli took the stand testifying in his own defense on Thursday. He said he invited Acevedo over to his house with two other friends of his back in April 2020. Mattioli says he woke up the following morning to Acevedo going through his pockets. Now, Mattioli's defense said Acevedo was secretly doing cocaine the night before and tried to score more cocaine that morning. Mattioli says he accused Acevedo of stealing and repeatedly asked him to leave, but Acevedo refused. Mattioli says Acevedo got aggressive, pushed him, and then punched another man twice, sending that man flying down the hallway. So Mattioli held Acevedo down and called police. Now, in those 911 calls, prosecutors argue you can hear Acevedo begging Mattioli to let him go. Prosecutors said Mattioli was the one preventing Acevedo from leaving Mattioli's house. Acevedo died 6 days later from a lack of oxygen to his brain. The defense says cocaine and chronic health issues caused Acevedo's death, but prosecutors say it was Mattioli's weight on top of Acevedo.
The conduct of Mr. Mattioli that morning was a substantial factor. Was it the only factor? No. But it was a substantial factor. But for Mr. Mattioli's conduct, Mr. Acevedo would be alive.
Think of it the other way. And that is, but for the conduct of Mr. Acevedo, Mr. Acevedo would be alive.
Now, 14 jurors heard the entirety of the trial, but that number was whittled down to 12. The jurors that are currently in deliberations right now is made up of 8 women and 4 men. Now, if the jury can't convict Michael Mattioli on a charge of first-degree reckless homicide, they are allowed to consider a lesser charge of second-degree reckless homicide. The jury is also allowed to consider defense, accident, self-defense. The jury is allowed to consider defenses of accident, self-defense, defense of others, and actions of a police officer. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.
All right, Bill, we are all on verdict watch now, as are you outside the courtroom. We'll let you get back to it. Thank you.